Blaming yourself for something bad that happened in your life is a deeply human experience. It's a response that can emerge in the aftermath of loss, disappointment, or failure. Psychologists refer to this tendency as self-blame, and while a certain level of personal accountability is healthy, excessive self-blame can have profound consequences on our mental and emotional well-being. Imagine someone who loses their job after a company-wide layoff. Even though the decision was out of their hands, they might replay the last few weeks in their mind, wondering if they could have worked harder, been more agreeable in meetings, or taken on extra projects. This kind of self-blame can lead to feelings of worthlessness and shame. The psychological impact is significant. Studies have shown that people who internalize blame for events beyond their control are at greater risk for depression and anxiety. The mind's tendency to focus on what-ifs keeps the pain fresh and prevents healing. A classic example comes from survivors of traumatic events. Take someone who was involved in a car accident that resulted in injury to a friend. Even if the accident was caused by another driver, the survivor might agonize over decisions made in the moments before the crash. If only I had taken a different route, or if I hadn't left the house so late. This pattern of self-blame is common in trauma survivors and is a hallmark symptom of post-traumatic stress disorder. The psychological burden can manifest as insomnia, intrusive thoughts, and even physical symptoms like headaches or stomach pains. Self-blame is also prevalent in relationships. Imagine a person whose romantic relationship ends unexpectedly. Instead of recognizing the complex dynamics at play, they fixate on their perceived shortcomings. If only I had been more supportive, they might think, or maybe I wasn't enough. This kind of rumination can erode self-esteem and hinder the ability to form healthy relationships in the future. Research suggests that individuals who habitually blame themselves for interpersonal setbacks are more likely to withdraw socially and experience loneliness. In parenting, self-blame can be especially fierce. Parents whose children struggle in school or with behavioral issues often shoulder the blame, questioning every decision they've made. If I had been a better parent, my child wouldn't be having these problems, is a thought that plagues many. The psychological impact is twofold. Not only does the parent experience guilt and anxiety, but their distress can also affect their child, perpetuating a cycle of stress within the family. There are also more subtle examples. Consider someone who didn't intervene when witnessing a friend being bullied. They might replay the incident, feeling responsible for not taking action. This type of self-blame is known as moral injury, and it can result in persistent feelings of guilt and regret. Over time, it can diminish one's sense of self-worth and lead to withdrawal from social situations. The impact of self-blame isn't limited to emotional pain. It can change the way the brain processes information, making it harder to see the situation objectively. This can create a feedback loop where self-blame leads to distress, which in turn reinforces the belief that one is at fault. However, recognizing the pattern of self-blame is the first step towards breaking free from its grip. Psychological research emphasizes the importance of self-compassion, treating yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. By understanding that some events are simply beyond personal control, individuals can begin to heal, rebuild their confidence, and move forward with resilience. Ultimately, while self-blame is a common response to adversity, it's important to remember that it is neither inevitable nor irreversible. With awareness and support, it is possible to shift from self-recrimination to self-understanding, paving the way for growth and emotional well-being.